This video is supported by Orlando Informer. Theme park news. What happened with theme park news this past week? We'll cut you up on all of it. Plus, at the end, I will answer some viewer questions.
All right, let's get started. So the June Orlando Informer meetup is completely sold out.
Yes, now hopefully they will have another one later in the year. When and if they decide to do that, I will let you guys know the dates and everything. But until then, if you want to visit Universal Orlando or SeaWorld, save on some daytime tickets, you can visit orlandoinformer.com. Get yourself some park tickets there.
The new Universal Studio store in City Walk is now open.
Yes, and they have added a lot of new Harry Potter merchandise. In fact, I did a whole video on the store this past week. I will leave a link in the description box of this video. So if you want to check out that store a little closer, go check out that video. This month is Autism Acceptance Month. And in honor of such, SeaWorld is welcoming a new guest, a new character into their Sesame Street land, Julia.
That's right.
She'll be there all month long.
Correct. Now, Julia first appeared on Sesame Street, I think in 2017,
Yes.
and she's a 4-year-old with autism.
That's right. SeaWorld visitors will be able to take physically distant photos with Julia all month long.
Yeah, that's great.
And on a personal note, our daughter Caitlin, she's actually majoring in education, special education, and she'll be graduating this month. What's the date?
May 1st.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, from UCF. So we're really proud of her.
Yeah, keep tabs on that date for me. I can't go out to a theme park on that day.
Oh, trust me, it's a big day. I won't forget.
So the whole SeaWorld thing with Julia kind of touches home with us.
It sure does. Yeah, we hold a special place in our heart.
As mentioned in one of my previous videos this past week, Universal Orlando, they are having submissions for Halloween Horror Night scare actors.
That's right. The deadline is around April 11th.
Yeah, but that is just for team members.
So in-house.
Right. Now, if they open it up to like a general casting call, I will share that information when I hear it. But as for now, they are hiring scare actors within the Universal family for this Halloween Horror Nights.
That's awesome. One step closer to our favorite event. SeaWorld Orlando has posted its festival schedule for 2021.
Including popular events such as their Halloween Spooktacular and their Christmas celebrations. Here is a complete list of what they've laid out for their festivals for 2021.
Viva la Musica, Saturdays and Sundays from May 15th through May 23rd. Electric Ocean on select dates from May 28th through September 5th. The Craft Beer Festival on select dates from August 13th through September 12th. SeaWorld Spooktacular on the weekends from September 18th through the 31st.
Sesame Street Kids Weekend will be November 6th and 7th. SeaWorld Christmas Celebration on select dates from November 12th through January 2nd, 2022. These events are included with regular SeaWorld admission tickets. And where can you get those SeaWorld admission tickets? I mentioned it at the beginning of this video.
Were you paying attention?
Go to orlandoinformer.com for some SeaWorld tickets. I do want to mention, food is not included with those tickets.
Right, exactly.
So you can get your admission tickets, though, and enjoy the festivals.
Fantastic.
On April 2nd, 2021, the CDC announced that people can travel both domestically and internationally if they've been fully vaccinated.
Correct.
And this includes non-essential travel.
Ooh,
So,
that means vacation travel.
That's good news for people who want to travel for vacations.
That's right.
Fully vaccinated individuals will not be required to provide a negative COVID-19 test before travel or self-quarantine after travel. But of course, all this is subject to change, and you really should check on the rules and regulations of where you're going. But it is another hurdle out of our way.
Correct. That's awesome.
And that is it for the news of the week.
News of the week is done.
The past week. Now, it's probably not everything.
Right.
It's just the things I thought were the biggest news or the most interesting news.
Gotcha.
I'm sure there's something I missed, some little thing.
Well, we appreciate you weeding through all the other stuff and giving us the big stuff.
I'll just boil it down to the bare ingredients for you.
I like that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And that was it. That was it for the past week.
All right.
So questions and answers.
All right, here we go. Number 1 is from Brett. Hello, we are coming down in May from Tennessee, and we are wanting to go to the beach one day. We would prefer the Gulf side of Florida. Where would be a good public beach to go for the day?
They would prefer the Gulf side. I would still recommend. I recommend Cocoa Beach.
Yeah, it's our favorite.
It's not the Gulf. It's the east side, the East Coast. But St. Pete Beach and Clearwater Beach. Those are like the two I would recommend on the Gulf, and probably the easier ones to get to from if you're from traveling from Orlando area.
Yeah, then you can stop at Busch Gardens.
But I still say I would prefer Cocoa Beach on the East Coast.
Okay. Number 2 is from Adam. We have not been to Disney since the Skyliner opened. Is it possible to go and park at Epcot and walk to the Skyliner without having an Epcot ticket or a Disney ticket?
Okay, so Adam. So it seems like Adam they want to ride the Skyliner.
Yeah.
Now you can't do that at Epcot. You can't park and get to the Skyliner without having a ticket. But you can at Hollywood Studios.
Okay, and the only thing is you have to get in the parking lot though, and you have to pay for parking.
Yeah, you do have to get through the parking lot.
Right.
Yeah. You can go, there is the station of the Skyliner for Hollywood Studios is outside of the park.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you don't need a park ticket to get into that zone.
Or they could go maybe to one of the resorts and just ride the Skyliner around.
Right.
Yeah. I think the first time we did it, we just went to Hollywood Studios and rode it.
Yeah, it's very
But
convenient.
we have an annual pass. We don't have to pay for parking.
Correct. All right, so number 3 is from Brian. Do you think the single rider lines will be open in the parks by the first week in October?
I do not. This is a guess. This is just me surmising the situation and the current conditions. I don't think single rider will be open then.
Yeah, I don't know if that'll even be available until 2022.
Yeah.
I mean, really, because of social distancing, and they're only still, even though they might be loading fully, they're not mixing parties.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah, they're not mixing parties.
When you have a single rider,
that's the whole point.
Yeah, you're stuck with another party. So
the whole point of single rider is to get more people onto the ride. So if a party of 3 shows up,
and there's an extra space on the Mummy,
they fill it in.
They'll put that single rider in. But
you're mixing parties then.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen.
No, I don't think a lot of change for 2021. I think 2022 will be the year you really see some of the easing of the the COVID rules and regulations.
Right.
So,
but we can hope. We can
it's
hope
all
that
just,
it comes.
and again, that's just speculating.
Yeah, we're all hoping it comes a lot sooner. Yeah. Number 4 is from Jason. My question is for HHN. As an annual pass holder, I know I have to purchase HHN tickets separately, but will my express pass work for the houses if I stay at one of the 3 on-site hotels that includes unlimited express passes? Or do you have to buy a special express pass for the houses?
Everything for HHN is separate.
Yeah.
Completely. Just because you're staying at one of those hotels that offer express passes for the rides, it won't be good for HHN.
Correct.
Unless there's some type of HHN package where you're buying the hotel and you're buying the HHN ticket and express passes all mixed together.
Got you.
But if you just show up, hey, I'm staying at Hard Rock, they're not going to give you HHN stuff.
Number 5 is from Ryan Teen. In some blogs, I have seen tall structures outside of the Men in Black with yellow platforms above. What are these, and can you go up into them? And since they're yellow, I've been naming them Rix Flying Saucers. That's adorable.
Okay, so the Men in Black area is kind of designed, or the theming is like the 1964 World's Fair that was in New York has been transplanted to Central Florida. Now in New York, at least at the time of the fair, I believe you could go up and down them. I don't know if you can anymore, but the ones here in Orlando, no, you cannot ride up those World Fair towers.
Well, I know I think it's like the King of Queens intro. You can see it in when they're like, are they in Central Park? No,
in one of the parks.
They're in one of the parks close to that.
Very close to where the fair was.
Yeah, so you can see it in the background of the parks, but in
yeah,
York,
and also I guess in the Men in Black movies.
Yes.
Some stuff happens with those towers. But here in Orlando, they're just faux towers, and you cannot travel up them.
It's too bad, though. It'd be awesome if you could, man. Wouldn't it? Like, it'd be great for sightseeing up there.
You can still refer to them as the Rix Flying Saucers if you want to.
That was adorable.
They are yellow.
I'm going to have to refer to that from now on. Number 6 is from Nancy and Emily A. Bear. Are you going to be giving us updates on Epic Universe as construction proceeds? And where's Labby? Good question.
Labby the Cabbie. Don't know. I wish they would bring him back soon, though.
Yeah,
Miss
we
Labby.
miss him, definitely.
As far as, you know what? We were talking about this yesterday.
We sure were.
We are going to start an epic series.
Correct.
I'm going to have Nikki in her spare time do some research for me. And so, look for that soon. A lot of detail and at least a series of maybe 5 or 6 videos on epic. So,
yeah.
And then especially when it starts to go vertical, when they start building up from the ground, of course, all types of updates then.
Definitely. All right, number 7 is from Jada. I wanted to know if you recommend or if it is Nikki approved to buy a fanny pack for Universal to avoid using a locker and utilize our time better.
Yes, fanny packs have become an official recommendation.
It sure has.
In fact, I did a video on it. I'll leave the link to it in the description box. But the 3-prong fanny pack, you can get around using the lockers for everything except
Hulk
and Rip Ride Rocket.
Correct.
So yes, go check out the video. I mean, I double checked with every ride that had a locker system. So just go check out the video. It explains it all.
Sure. All right, last one. Number 8 is from Trevor. Do you think Halloween Horror Nights is going to be the same as it was back in 2019?
Again, this calls for me to speculate and guess. Now, this past year in 2020, they did have 3 houses open.
They sure did.
We went through 3 houses. The Bride of Frankenstein. We went through, what was the other one? A Beetlejuice house?
And the Tooth
Fairy, or Revenge of the Tooth Fairy, something like that.
Yeah.
And even how it was in 2020, I enjoyed the houses.
Right. I mean, they adapted really, really well to the situation.
Yeah. So as far as going back to 2019, I feel like face masks will be here for this whole year.
Okay.
I don't know if the houses, if they're going to continue with the plexiglass for the scare actors or not.
Okay.
But regardless, the point is, we went through 3 houses and they were still very enjoyable as they were adjusted.
Right.
Yeah.
I think the best part for me was like that they pulsed people through and that you got every scare. That it, because like sometimes when you're going through a house, they'll scare the group ahead of you or the group behind you and you're like, I stood in line, I didn't even get scared. So when they're pulsing, and they send people through in groups.
Yeah, because usually
you get every scare, which is great.
Yeah, usually it's like a big old conga line that just doesn't stop going through a house.
Right. Everybody's just kind of right on
Part of
top
the
each
change
other.
for last year's houses where they were pulse people. Like, you
Groups.
wait here and let the group ahead of you go a little bit, and then you would go. So kind of a pulsing situation.
Yeah.
So that might stay as well, but again, that's speculation.
Right. We don't know for sure.
No information has been given on HHN other than it's happening. But either way, whether it's like 2019 or it was like the 3 houses we had in 2020, there's still going to be a lot of fun.
Yep, absolutely. It's going to be great.
All right, so that's it for today,
it.
I guess.
Awesome.
All right. Well, thanks for hanging out with us. And as always,
Don't miss the magic, don't miss the fun.
thanks for watching Rix Flix. And now it's time to relax. Hello, new Flixsters, and welcome to the team. Thanks for supporting the channel, guys. We have some new vice presidents, Nick Hahn, and then Mike and Orlando Dominguez Lopez. We have a new executive producer in Legendary Skywalkers, and some new producers in Christy and Alan Flinner, and also Dawn Adams. Also, thanks to the new supporters, Dean Moore, Chris Dyer, Rachel Amesbaugh, Bob Caranda, and Lofty Heights. Thank you all so much for joining the team.